worthy work outweighs immediate financial return.
Your success.
What are some of those early indicators that have been used by product teams at NVIDIA?
All kinds. I saw a paper. Long before I saw the paper, I met some people that needed my help on this thing called deep learning. At the time, I didn't even know what deep learning was, and they needed us to create a domain-specific language so that all of their algorithms could be expressed easily on our processors. And we created this thing called cuDNN, and it's essentially the SQL. SQL is in storage computing. This is neural network computing, and we created a language, if you will, domain-specific language for that. Kind of like the OpenGL of deep learning. And so they needed us to do that so that they could express their mathematics. And they didn't understand CUDA, but they understood their deep learning. And so we created this thing in the middle for them. And the reason why we did it was because even though there were zero, these researchers had no money. And this is kind of one of the great skills of our company, that you're willing to do something even though the financial returns are completely non-existent, or maybe very, very far out, even if you believed in it. We ask ourselves, is this worthy work to do? Does this advance a field of science somewhere that matters? Notice, this is something that I've been talking about. Since the very beginning of time, we find inspiration not from the size of a market, but from the importance of the work. Because the importance of the work is the early indicators of a future market. And nobody has to do a business case on it. Nobody has to show me a P&L. Nobody has to show me a financial forecast. The only question is this important work? And if we didn't do it, would it happen without us? Now, if we didn't do something and something could happen without us, it gives me tremendous joy, actually. And the reason for that is, could you imagine the world got better, you didn't have to lift a finger? That's the definition of ultimate laziness. And in a lot of ways, you want that habit. And the reason for that is this. You want the company to be